In part 1, we covered planning, wall and set piece construction, and painting wet on wet to get shaded effects. Now let's get into the details. Screw the walls together or to the base to see how things are lining up. There shouldn't be gaps between the walls or between the floors and the walls. Cover the gaps with balsa wood, which makes a nice molding anyway. One characteristic of a good set is to indicate that there is more to the environment off camera. One way to do this is to show some of the neighboring rooms or hallways. So I'm adding a hallway, but an alternative to painting is to add patterned paper to the walls or even to the floor. If nobody's going to walk on it, foam board or cardboard will be fine. Seeing out the window is good too. Just have a background painting or image positioned a ways away from the set. I'm using cottonous clouds. Other outdoor elements would be good too, such as a real branch assuming the role of a nearby tree. It can all be quite simple since the sky will be out of focus in the actual shots. For all the set's little details, I like to do a little shopping. Furniture and props can be found on eBay, but the craft store can have some inexpensive goodies such as wooden shapes, balsa wood, and miniatures. These tend to be too small, but it's worth a look. Scrapbook sets could be useful decorations, and for me, these beads have a size and shape that work as cabinet handles. That's a $4 purchase that saved a lot of time. If some of your purchases are too flat and clean, you can age them with some paint. Here I'm brushing on black paint and then immediately wiping and dabbing at it to make the pots and pans look used and burned. For things you can't buy, you can sculpt them out of Sculpey or other oven-baked clay. I'm using it to make appliance dials. If it needs to attach and stick out to the foam board, sculpt it over pins or wires that can poke into the board. Perhaps you have materials on hand that can be repurposed. This armature wire will work as stove-top heating elements, and printed clock numbers will work as the oven timer. Yes, it all looks handmade, but it's clear what everything is, and it has a comic look that I'm after. You can print some of the details as well, such as pictures and signs. If you lay out the images in Photoshop, print up different sizes of the same thing so you can make choices. And don't necessarily glue everything. This is tacky wax, which will hold lightweight things in place but can be moved around later. Frame a portrait with a balsa wood frame to create an element that breaks up open spaces on the wall. But use tape or wax rather than glue so you can move it around later. Again, this helps make it look like there's more beyond the view of the camera. The windows can use something to represent glass. I'm using this plastic film to get a frosted look, but a plastic sheet from packaging will give you a solid, clear glass look. For curtains, thin fabric can be sewn or glued to hang from a dowel. Soak it in a 50% white glue solution to stiffen it up. Secure it firmly into position so it won't move during animation. Another characteristic of a good set is to show a light source. This is a technique used by top cinematographers and looks great in miniature sets as well. To make a hanging lamp, I found a single bulb electric light from a holiday decoration and used a plastic Easter egg for the lamp cover. I drilled a hole in the plastic to cover the bulb, painted the base metallic silver, and secured it to the set. It's just a bunch of stuff I found around the house. For best results, make a support system that can be adjusted or removed based on the needs of each shot. Now fill in the set with all the detail, but follow an art direction that reflects your characteristics and situation. Is the room cluttered, organized, busy, or simple? And set up the props with the shots in mind. When you're shooting, make sure that all the walls, set pieces, and props are secured using screws, glue, tape, and wax. Having parts of the set move during animation will draw attention away from the action and performance. To avoid damaging your set and furniture with glue, put tape on both the set piece and the floor where the camera can't see it, and put the glue there. To cover over tie-down holes, paint tape the same color as the floor, and use that tape to cover the holes, or tape the holes and paint over them. Eventually, you'll need to repair and repaint the floor. And resist the common beginner's practice of looking down at the scene, which just shows big boring sections of the floor. Just as in live-action movies, most of your shots should be somewhere around the eye level of your character. Use the props to frame your character and make interesting foreground, midground, and background compositions. Just make sure things in the background aren't lined up in distracting ways with your character. By making the walls and furniture movable, you can swap out the walls to shoot from any direction. It is okay to rearrange furniture and props a little between cuts. As long as they don't appear to jump between shots, you can get away with a lot of cheating. So even if you're not building a kitchen, I hope these techniques and principles will help you build a sturdy, creative, and entertaining set for your stop motion project. Thank you for watching.